to Utah. It's only a 4-hour drive, so not too far, but we are going to pick up some stuff for trapping. We need just a few things that are relatively important. And then I really wanted seafood. I wanted hook and reel, and that's where it is. And we wanted to go to Utah a few weeks ago before Christmas to see the Christmas lights and stuff. So we were gonna get our trapping stuff then, but we didn't end up going out, so.
But let's just get it straight. Cheyenne wanted seafood, so we're going to Salt Lake.
Yeah.
And while we're there, we're gonna pick up some trapping stuff.
We just pulled up to this Montgomery
Co.
Trap Company.
Yeah.
And you are so lucky you can't smell. I'm pretty sure once we get out of the car, we can smell this trapping supply store. Barrett just said it perfectly. I bet that they break a little bottle of lure every other day just so that it keeps its smell.
It's pretty
so
bad. It's pretty bad. But they've got everything. So it's like a one-stop shop. You don't have to order online. They've got everything that you need here. So yeah, I'm like, for what this is, maybe?
Yeah. But only $5.
Yeah. So, I mean, truly, like,
Yeah, nice.
I could build some of these, but where we're running,
And
for how much chain I have as well, I'd rather have 3 of these. I'll get, to run on those wolf ones, I'm going to get these ones.
okay.
And to run on some of those coyote ones. A few of these ones.
Also, look, maybe you could get glass jars to put your dog poop in.
That's okay. We'll get 4 of these. Well, I guess there's... No, those aren't really...
Okay, I swear it doesn't stink as bad.
No, not really.
Right next to me. That's where it stays.
Yeah.
We're gonna have 2 of these ones. 4 of these ones.
Let's see what else they have.
I need... So there's the... I'm awful with the terminology of it, but I need like the... They have some things
Like
that go in
swivels?
for the swivel. Yeah.
Here's some S hooks.
Yeah.
Oh, look, they have fur tanning concentrate. That's
That
ridiculous.
is not
Like-
just for decor. You could set that there.
That thing is massive. This is the setter. It's only $12.95.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's all relatively
I know.
so these are $2. I'm just gonna get as many drags as I've got. So I got 7 of them.
Yeah. Whoop. What's those right there? Oh. Oh, look.
These are
Here's the little ermines. They're so little and soft.
About a half. Can you hold on 1 second? Alright, sorry.
Okay, it wasn't near as stinky as it was last time. But
It's also a lot colder today.
yeah, it was pretty stinky still.
I'll bet you with the heat, when that place gets warm, the smell.
Yeah.
But it did not. It like
It wasn't too
we
bad.
smell like
Like
it.
last time, I almost couldn't stay in the store. It was so bad.
It was
But
pretty bad.
we did get what we needed. We got pan tension tester, a tool for setting the traps. We did get a couple larger traps. We did find a catch pole, and we got what else?
The tool for setting and the drags.
Oh, and the drags.
So I was gonna build drags, but really,
And they're fairly
for
inexpensive.
time spent building them, you probably would. They'd be a wash, so you might as well buy them.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, I'm like, oh, if I need more, I'll build them. And I'm like,
So-
no, I won't. I'll just
Right.
come buy them. They're
Okay, you can definitely see the difference in the size of these traps here. We had set up all these coyote traps and wanted to throw a few wolf traps in the mix, and that was our trip to Utah to get me seafood, but also to get some bigger traps. These are a number 5, and we've been buying these dogless ones. So we bought two different drags. These ones for the smaller coyote foxes, and then we bought these heavy duty ones for the wolf drags. But
so each one of those marks is a pound.
whoops, it could have been because it was uneven on the thing too. I don't think you even got down to 5 pounds, did you?
I didn't.
Oh, but you had loosened it back
I'd
up.
loosened it. So I wonder if it's worth throwing a tack weld on that too.
Probably. Yeah, so each of the lines is a pound. So like 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound, 4 pound, 5 pound.
Yeah.
There's a second setting that's like a really fine setting. That's almost 5,
That's really
5
close.
pounds, yeah.
It's crazy how much harder these ones are. Got to make sure that that's at the top. It's crazy how much harder these traps are to set by hand than these number 2s. Problem is, once you push it down all the way, then it's... So I'll do it one more time and kind of pay.
You kind of hear it click.
Less than 5. We're definitely going to have to get a bigger one of those, which maybe we ought to just order.
Yeah. That's definitely harder to lift up. Yeah.
I guess if I did this, maybe it wouldn't beat up on this thing so much. I don't know if that's true or not, but...
Okay, so now we're above 5 pounds for sure.
But not by much.
Yeah, which is
so
great.
I think I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay, so this one is.
Whoops.
I'm gonna go get some wire so I can string all this back together.
So you gotta take and weld all these. So obviously you can see that they already welded this one. It was the one that's set up with the trap. And then we gotta go in and weld these ones.
You just pin that other side. All right, we're gonna see how many of these traps fit into this bucket of water. I'm hoping I can get all 3 of these. Let's see. Okay, I didn't get all 3 of the big ones. I did, however, get 2 big ones and 1 little one. So I just have a big one and a little one left to do. We're gonna let those go for, I don't know, an hour. I'll go do a little research, chat GPT, how long I really need it to set. But we're gonna just let those go. And then what I'm gonna do is actually set them out and set them on this table, stainless steel table, because there's not much scent on that. I'm gonna lay them out on that, set the table just outside of the door here, and let them rust. And the chain and the traps themselves, they'll get a little bit of surface rust like this. And you see, with a little bit of effort, you can just wipe that off, and that's perfect. That's what you want for the dye to stick to. I'm not 100% sure what the chemical reaction that it's doing or whatever it's doing to that helps. You can do it without rusting it, but if you rust it, it helps really adhere better to the traps and chains themselves. So anyways, we're gonna let these go for at least an hour, and then we'll come back out and pull them out, set them on the table, let the other ones start going, set this whole table out, and then here in the next probably 2 days, we'll finish dyeing all these traps. We'll just leave these out to rust, and then as soon as they get that little bit of rust, we'll go ahead and
Basically, they just need surface rust, just a little bit.
Yep. Talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are dipping, it's called Ambush Dye and Wax Combo. So this is just a dye and wax. And right now we're dipping our traps. Let them drip for a minute, and then I'll just set them on this cardboard.
The wax protects them or something?
Yeah, so the wax will help keep them from freezing up, and the dye will also help, but it'll also keep them from...
Oh, our pot's not big enough for those. I already checked. I should have told you. It's not big. It's not big enough for the anchor part.
For the anchor. So,
although you could dip half the anchor in there.
yeah, we'll at least get the traps coated. And I'm not as worried about these. I could also just potentially brush it on.
Yeah. Just don't drop your plug in there. And then you could dip like half the anchor and then the other half actually. Maybe.
Actually, to get the other part of the trap there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Or if you hold it up, I can dip maybe half. Oh, no.
It's okay. Those I'm not as worried about. In fact, I wonder if I just got a brush and brushed it onto there.
Don't know if I have a brush.
As long as I get the, I'm less worried about this, to be honest. Mainly I need the trap and the chain.
Yeah, I probably should have bought a little bit more of that dye.
Yep. That's why I'm doing the wolf trap first. I think it just has to be, like, it's, you can tell that it's sticking to it really well.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the one. I don't even know that there's a time that needs to
No,
be.
you just have to fully submerge it.
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely has a smell to it. I'm a little surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has like a paint smell to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Check back in on those in the morning. So
Hold up. You're gonna start over.
all these traps, I'll get 2 coats on them. And tomorrow after I dip them, I'll probably just take something and hook them and then hook them outside. This is just the first coat. I'm less worried about this rebar getting coated. It's not like, there's no functioning parts on that, so there's really nothing that'll.
Because the reason you do it is so that like stuff doesn't corrode and then like the actual trap won't close or.
Yeah. And the next time I dip, I'll get a bigger, something more appropriate to fit. It's funny because with the wolf traps, I'm finding like a 5-gallon metal bucket isn't enough. I need something extra wide. It doesn't have to be deep. It just has to be, like, it could only be this deep.
Right.
It just has to be wider. So I'm gonna have to buy something a little more specific. We bought this pot just for this. So this pot is toast. It'll only work for dyeing now. But once I dye all these again tomorrow, I'll dump all this back into here.
Yeah.
And hold on to it. I've got other traps that I'll dye and everything, so. So we're gonna go ahead and put all these traps into the shipping container for the summer. We unfortunately didn't get to really set them up in the hills this fall, but we will be ready for next season. So we'll go ahead and just store them. I'll pull them out closer, probably around September. I'll pull them out and let them hang and get all the scent and stuff off of them. and then we'll re-dye them and wax them, whatever we need to do. And yeah, so we're just gonna store them for the season. So that's gonna fit just like that. I'm just gonna leave that just like that. We'll put a lid on that. This can go in there. I have some other stuff that we still need to kind of go through. Sorry. Like, I think there's a whole box of traps.
Yeah.
Or is this drags?
That looks like traps and drags. Body traps.
Oh, those are my body traps?
Yeah.
And then this entire box, which is gonna have more footholds and snares and stuff like that. It's okay up there for the season. None of this stuff has been messed with. Like, there's no wax and dye. There's been no adjustments on them at all. So we'll leave those up there so we know that they need done before we do anything. And then these other stuff, they're just, I can pull them and go. We'll use those next season. I think we got video of us welding everything that we needed to weld up that was loose, and adjusting and setting pan tension, which of course I'll check before we set those ones next year. But at least now these ones are ready. This season we decided to buy some 4-stroke snow machines. They just don't stink as much as the 2-strokes, and they're just a lot quieter. They're a little bit better for pulling as well. They don't burn belts and stuff quite as bad. So we talked to some guys that we know and got a lead on an old boy who had a few that they use these 4-strokes over in Jackson a lot for ice fishing, and they get out of season, and then to these guys they're just kind of not worth as much because they can't use them to go ice fishing. And so we had set some money aside, and we were able to purchase, we bought this one first. He had 2 of them, and we were like, we'd like to buy one or both of them, and he was like, well, I've got one that I'll sell you. And so we went down there and picked it up, and the first one was this 600. They're the Renegades, and they work great for what we're trying to do. We're just, you know, they've got a big basket on the back, and for trapping we thought that this was gonna be perfect, and it has been. This has been a great sled. Both of them run really nicely, start right up. So the only problem that we're having this season is no snow. So they'll be great next year, and we're ready. And anyway, so this is the one we bought first, and then he called us back like
a week later?
Yeah. He called us back like a week later, and he was like, hey, you know what? I will actually sell you the other sled, the 900, which this is what I wanted in the first place, was the 900. It's got some different settings and features. It's just a little bit more powerful than the 600. So in a lot of senses, it's just better for what I'm after. And so he called me back and said that he would sell this to me. So we ended up picking up both of these for a really good deal. Really cheap compared to what if I were to go buy some new sleds. And the thing is as you can see now, like during trapping, you run through all sorts of stuff. I'm gonna run them through the brush. I'm gonna run them on dry ground occasionally, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on something that I knew I was gonna be a bit hard on. So these worked out perfect, and you'll see them a lot next year in our videos. But they both run really good, and I did have to put batteries in both of them, but really that's all I had to do for either one of them.